Hey there, it's April from Learn to Become. Today we're talking about 2 levels of achievement that can actually cure perfectionism. Now we have a lot of perfectionists here at Learn to Become who want to get organized and who want to create perfect, amazing systems right from the start. But because maybe they feel a little bit overwhelmed or they're not quite sure if they have the bandwidth to do everything perfectly, they don't even start. Now, does that sound like you? I've definitely had my share of perfectionism, and today I'm going to share 2 ideas from this awesome book called How to Be Miserable, 40 Strategies You Already Use. So good. Awesome. And we're going to talk about how we can actually adjust our expectations while still working towards things that are amazing. If you're brand new here at Learn to Become, welcome. We're so happy to have you here at the channel, and we hope that you will subscribe and enjoy all the videos that we have here for you already. Thank you so much for being part of our community. Okay, let's dive right in. Randy Patterson shares that cheerful, unworried people tend to split their expectations in 2. So there's a minimum level of performance about which they would feel content, and then there's an aspirational level which they may not seriously expect to reach and to which they do not feel extremely attached. So I'm going to share a few examples of how this could look in our own lives. For example, we could say, I'd love to have a perfectly organized, decorated office that could be featured in a design magazine, but it would be awesome to even just have all the pieces of a functional command central in place. Or we could say, I'd love to have the best marriage in the world where we are forever in a state of bliss and cooperatively living our full purposes every day. But I'm happy creating a marriage where we prioritize time together in a way that makes sense with our responsibilities, work imperfectly through the ups and downs, recognize that we're both human, and have fun along the way. We could also say, I'd love to create a charitable foundation that invests in entrepreneurs around the world and creates incredible prosperity in multiple countries, but I'm really happy with my goal to give generously each year from where I am and get into the habit of thinking broadly and globally, giving relief to others where I can. Now, if we want to be miserable, according to the book, we would take those 2 lines and we would bring them really, really close together, or if possible, we'd make them into one line that's so high that we would never be able to possibly reach it. That's how we start feeling overwhelmed and feeling like we never want to start. But I'm learning that it's where that space is, that wiggle room, that's where joy and grace and that ability to wake up excited and go to bed content comes. It's in that little space where we can do something that feels satisfying, even if we don't reach that pinnacle, right? We want it. Daniel Levitin in the book, The Organized Mind, uses the word satisficing, being able to say, hey, that's good enough. People who are able to do that, let's say you're shopping for a lamp and you want this perfect lamp, if you can find one that's, can suffice, it can fill the need, it's good enough, and be good with that, you're going to save yourself so much time and energy trying to work to find that perfect lamp that you may or may not find. Okay, I don't even shop for lamps, hardly ever, so that's not an example I would use. But really in my life, as I try to do things, even recording this video, it's not going to be perfect, but I'm here showing up because I care about you. So here are a few more points from the book that really helped me. We often avoid the lower of the 2 lines because we assume that only lazy, unambitious slobs who never get anywhere in life set the bar low. And when we will accept nothing but the perfect achievement, we'll feel inadequate regardless of how close we get to our ultimate desires. It's a lie that perfectionists achieve more. In fact, if we are willing to accept progress over perfection, we'll likely achieve as much or more than our perfection-centered counterparts. If we want to make things worse on ourselves, we should also imagine that everyone around us expects us to be perfect as well. Now, I didn't even know that this kind of thinking had a name, but it does. It's called socially prescribed perfectionism, and it is a great method to feeling miserable. Now, from a personal perspective, Everything that Eric and I have ever succeeded at started with something really simple and really basic. And I'm sure as you think back to your own life and your own experiences, you'll find stories and evidence that also support this. So, a few examples. Our very first nursery was a stroller parked in the bathroom of our student apartment. Nothing fancy, but the baby slept just fine. And our very first version of our Step Command Central, which we've now taught to hundreds of thousands of people, started out with drawings that I made with markers and crayons. Nothing fancy, no designer. I just sat there and colored. And our members at Learn, Do, Become share photos every day of their command centrals that are started with things like cereal boxes, shoe boxes, delivery boxes, whatever they have on hand. Because when you get started and you're good with that basic line, sure, you can work up towards the ideal at some point, but starting where you are brings so much power and energy, and I hope that you will consider doing this, especially after listening to this video. I hope that these ideas today have strengthened you, and I totally recommend this book, How to Be Miserable. It's actually written in a really funny way, and it's kind of reverse psychology. Anyway, I'm loving it. So, fun little book plug there. But I hope that you enjoy your time here at Learn, Do, Become. I hope that you immerse yourself in our whole community. We have more videos here for you to explore, and I'll include some links to how you can be part of our community and engage with us and get all kinds of strength and encouragement. We're so excited for the wonderful things that you're going to do and feel and experience in your life. And as we come together as a community, we can avoid that perfectionism, heal from that need to be perfect, and start to actually move forward on the things that matter most. Okay, sending so much love. Have an amazing day, and check out the additional videos that we have here for you.